Welcome back for video 3 of Relay for Life car show in Rutland, Vermont. We have the 69 Plymouth Roadrunner. I don't know in particular what they officially called that orange color, but it's pretty iconic. Lots of them came in these colors. And I love how we've got Wile E. Coyote and the Roadrunner sitting in the back there. Beautiful car. I have a 1930 Ford Model A. It's very interesting. I love that Vermont and New York both do these. When we get around to the license plates, if you have a particular year car and can find license plates with those numbers on that year on it, you can use those to register your car. So you see there, it's a 1930. Very beautiful car there. We got a street rod pickup. I'm thinking it's a Ford, but I'm sure I'm going to get flack for it if I'm wrong. These older cars aren't really my forte, but I try to do as much research as I can to put into these videos. See, they've upgraded the seats in there just a bit to make it a little bit more comfortable. Very nice truck. We have a Volkswagen Beetle, Bug, whatever you like to call them. The way these cars came, very mundane colors. They never really had flashy, bright colors. There's always these cars are always very utilitarian. And from the plate, this is a veteran-owned car, so I'd like to thank you for your service. And you can see he or she is very into the cars there. Now we're looking at a 1956 Chevy Bel Air. This is the 4-door model. They came in 2 or 4-door or convertibles. You don't see a lot of people restoring these 4 doors, but they did a great job on the interior, exterior of this car. We have a 55. This is a straight 6 car, so this will tell you it's probably the 210 model. These Chevys came in 150, which was fleet sales, 210, which was kind of the base model, and then the Bel Air, which was top of the line. We have another Bug. Again, lots of them out there. Don't know ages of them very well. I know the earlier ones have different rear end styling as far as the back windows and the tail lights, but I couldn't tell you exactly what year these are either. I have a 1963 Studebaker Lark convertible. Again, this has got the Vermont 63 year plate on it. Very nice done exterior. Very interesting car. I've never seen one of these in a convertible. Love the seat pattern, the stitching pattern on the seats for that. Very cool. Here we have a 57 Ford Fairlane. One of the few cars from the 50s that had the clamshell hood. This has got Thunderbird engine in it. You can't see it very much with the light reflecting off of it, but it was a Thunderbird engine in there. And the 8-track that you saw in here, the player, from some research that I did, that was probably an option that they installed later on. Don't think Ford offered the 8 tracks in their cars as option until the 60s. Here I have a 58 Chevy Impala. We get around to the front, it'll tell you that it's a sport coupe. And this, from the sheet we'll be looking at in a moment, was a Canadian built and sold car that was brought into US later on. Got a 348, and back in 1958 this was a $4,000 car. Pretty impressive for $4,000. Again, 58 number plate on there. Now we've got a 59, I believe, Corvette. License plate says keeper, and definitely it is. I would keep this thing any day. Love the turquoise color on it, and the black interior. It's amazing. The reason I'm thinking it's a 59 is because I think the 58s had a piece of chrome down the middle of the, or a couple pieces of chrome down the back of the tail trunk lid. I was also showing my daughter who was with me, the exhaust comes out those little ports in the back there. Here we have a 4849 Ford F1 panel van. Nice little street ratted up a bit. And now we're looking at a 62 Thunderbird. Nice plush blue interior. Center console that goes all the way back. Yeah, look at that engine. Model A Roadster. I like this one because it's got the rumble seat. It's very nicely done. Flames there on the side. I like those kind of subtle flames there, but of course these cars were very simple, very utilitarian. You have a 86, 87 Buick Grand National. I know it's not before an 86 because the 85s and older weren't intercooled. So this is an 86 or 87. 87 was the last year of the Grand National. The last year of this body style. You see, almost 20 grand for this car back in 1986, 87. Was a lot of money. But you got what you deserved. This car was the fastest production car back then. It was faster than a Ferrari, faster than a Lamborghini. Very cool. And we got Model A, two-door hardtop with the rumble seat. The gills in the hood there. Again, a little upgraded interior as far as the seating goes. I love the wood dash there. And there's your rumble seat. Little bumperettes back there. We have an Olds Cutlass Supreme. I think it's pretty early 80s model because they kind of changed the front and tail stylings after I think it was 82. So this is an earlier Cutlass Supreme. Really nice black car. '46 or '47, somewhere in that era, Studebaker pickup truck. Studebakers, they didn't make a whole lot of trucks as far as I'm aware. but of course they tried to compete with the Fords and Chevys and just couldn't quite, keep up with them. I love the patina on this car. It's a nicely preserved little street rod. Now we're looking at a Pacer drag car. This Pacer, you can see, got the high-rise intake on it. Roll bar and racing seats. I'm not sure, excuse me, if this was a newer fitting for the drag, or whether this is an older original car, but it's well done anyways. Looking at a second gen Camaro. Again, I think it's a late 70s, early 80s, as the earlier 70 models have a much different front end than this. It's very nicely restored. And we're looking at Plymouth Police Car. This is a tribute to the Highway Patrol, California Highway Patrol. In talking with the owner of this car, everything in this car works. The radar works, all the lights, which you'll see in a minute. This car originally was a Rutland County police car. Served as Rutland County car for quite a while. Then it was a private security car before this gentleman bought it. And when asked him why he didn't go with, doing a Vermont State police car rather than the Highway Patrol, he made a very good answer of, I don't want to be confused and get in trouble for having a car that looks like that. So now we're looking at a Polaris Slingshot, and that's basically a GM front end for the car, a little bit different on the suspension, but GM engine, GM transmission, rest of it's all bike. Now we have an 07 Mustang Shelby GT. This is a Shelby car, but it is not your 350 or 500 car, but it is a Shelby. This is a pretty much the base model Shelby car that you could get. 07 and 08, I believe, were the only years they did the Shelby GTs. And last, we had a bunch of trucks here from the Fabian Construction Company. Here's a Model A pickup that looks like they've had for quite a long time. Again, these things were all utilitarian. No creature comforts, just utilitarian. Another one of their trucks. And this is when my battery died and I had to end the video there. I do want to thank you for watching this last video for the Rutland Relay for Life. If you enjoyed the video, please like it. Also subscribe so you can get the newest videos. And finally, please share this to any other car enthusiasts that you know. Love to get this out as far as I can, so people around the world, around the country know that not all the cool cars are just in California. All right, take care, everyone.